now time for business, and Kweku Temen is standing by. Kweku, understand yesterday government auctioned some bonds. How did it fare?
Well, government auctioned this bond, and on Monday we are expecting that a award be issued. But information we're getting already, of course, considering all the stability on our markets, the bond is oversubscribed. We get the opportunity to speak to analysts on this bond and also go on the local market, discuss all the business stories we have in our terrain. My name is Kweku Temen. Thanks for joining us on the business segment. Well, so before we talk about our headline business story, let's first of all look at some local business stories. And here, the Government Investment Fund for Communications, that's GIFEC, has been recognized as most outstanding in Africa for providing access to electronic communication in undeserved, that's rural communities in the country. The 7th World Electronic Communications Award, hosted by India, was to recognize outstanding contributions to the field of communication and ICT.
The Ghana Investment Fund for Communications, GIFEC, is mandated by law to promote, coordinate and monitor the effective development of ICT in the country. Established since 2008, GIFEC has embarked on a number of projects across the country, including communication centers and school connectivity projects for all the public teacher training institutions. GIFEC has established about 40 internet points of presence across the country. The objective is to provide access to ICT and basic telephony to bridge the digital gap between unserved and served communities. At a press briefing in Accra to announce the award, the administrator of GIFEC, Kofiato, said the agency was nominated among many universal service fund agencies in the world, of which Ghana was adjudged the best in Africa.
So for Ghana, it is a call for us to even move more and include a lot more of our people into the digital divide. What we can do, for instance, is to extend cell sites to where there are none, so that people can at least make a call and receive a call. We have to extend computers to institutions and communities where there are none, so that people can be part of the ICT system. We have to extend internet to where the computers have gone, so that people can communicate with the rest of the world.
The 2013 NTA ICT World Communication Awards, hosted in New Delhi, India, by the Communications, Multimedia and Infrastructure Association of India, was to recognize contributions in the ICT sector towards nation building. The administrator of GIFEC pledged to work harder to live up to expectation, adding the agency will build about 80 cell sites in the next 18 months to promote ICT inclusiveness. He also spoke of challenges facing the agency.
The money we use is 1% of what telecom companies of their net profit. If we have more resources, we'll move faster. So resources, sustainability, ownership, and bringing everybody on board. These are some of the challenges that we face.
So we'll do some more local business stories before we move on to our business discussions this afternoon. And here, former majority leader and member of the President's Special Task Force on Special Projects, that's Cletus Avoka, has said the nation's natural resources sector has the ability to transform the socio-economic fortunes of the country. Now, he made the remarks during the induction seminar organized for members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Mines and Energy, held at Busia in the Western region.
The workshop, which was supported by Star Ghana, was aimed at reviewing proposed government policy and legislation for the petroleum and mining sector, and also to develop a 2-year work plan and priorities, among others. The chairman of the committee, Dr. Kwabna Donko, said Ghana has failed to develop as a model and challenged both parliamentarians as well as the media to lead the crusade.
We had our fair share, we blew it as well. So oil and gas presents the last major opportunity. So it is critical for our generation that we make a success out of oil and gas. Success will not come because we wish it. It will come because we work for it.
The former majority leader and member of the President's Special Task Force on Special Projects, Cletus Avoka, praised Star Ghana for the concept urging members of the committee to be abreast with new developments in the sector.
Fortunately, the Parliament of Ghana is receiving support to derive the needed blessing and also fortune to learn from both the bad and best practices regarding legislations in the natural sector. Ghana, therefore, has no excuse to fail.
A representative from Star Ghana, Midu Tanko, urged members of the committee to go about their duties devoid of partisanship.
So away from the Busia Beach Resort to you, back live in the studios here at the Sunway, and my name is Kweku Teme. We're talking about government's issuance of some bonds and which were obviously subscribed as we're getting. Joining me in the studios is Yao Edukranting. He's a researcher with NDK. Yao, many thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Quite interesting, even ahead of July, where we're thinking about the Euro bond, there has been this bond which was targeting about 400 million. That's Ghana cedis or US dollars?
No, Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis. I mean, and it's already been auctioned. What is the news we have?
Well, what we had from the bond auction yesterday was that we had over 780 million bids coming into issue for the bond issue. The government was looking for to raise 400 million, ended up getting almost 97% increase, and then surprisingly about 90% came from foreign investors, and that's been very good. And then the yield on the bond has been pegged around 19.2% from the information we are gathering.
All right. Now, this is what I want to know. After the issuance, after the funds come in, does it have any ability to cushion the Ghana cedi?
Well, it has effect on the Ghana cedi in terms of, if for the bond there would be influx into the country, in terms of foreign currency from international investors who will come to bid for the bond. So by all means there would be effect on the Ghana cedi. No wonder the Ghana cedi did not fall so much this week. It was marginally down to the US dollar on the interbank market. So I think in a way the bond issue came in to help a little bit stabilize conditions for this week.
But obviously, government has a plan for the funds. So let me find out from you again. I mean, is this going to support partner funds, projects that are going to yield revenue or service part of the wage bill?
I think a chunk of it will be used to pay. Actually, there will be a bond that will be maturing on Monday, on the 3rd. So this one would be used to pay off that bond. But of course, those funds which were initially raised were used for other projects. As in the prospectus for the bond, they said we're going to be used to support the budget and all that for some projects. So, but a chunk of it will be used to settle the bond that would mature on Monday.
Okay, we'll be following closely and getting more of these details. Now, getting bonds is another form of borrowing, but we will get back to the subject. Let me take you to the investment market now. I'm interested in SIC on the market. Early part of the year, it saw some decline. All of a sudden, SIC is doing some magic on the equity market.
Yeah, for the past 2 weeks now, SIC have moved from 29 pesos to 44 pesos. Just this week, from Tuesday, to yesterday, it was about almost 37% increment in terms of capital gains on the stock market. Year to date, around 29%. Looking at how the stock fell from the beginning of the year, from the first quarter, it was really down.
What were the factors and what is influencing the gains now?
I think now there has been some earnings bet. I mean, investors are looking for to SIC to improve. Okay. There was some news on the market saying that SIC Life had made some tremendous gains. So okay. I think it's informed the most investors about the SIC group itself, and then that has triggered these gains on the market. So
information is traveling, and this is influencing market activities. Exactly. Share with me other stocks or other equities. I mean, performances in and around apart from SIC.
Well, so far, I mean, everybody knows what GCB is doing. I mean, GCB is around 142%. We still have Goil around 125%, and Cal also going above 100%. This year, so far, the stock market, as we've been saying week after week, has been very, very good in terms of performance-wise. It's been very good. So if I'm an investor and I'm gaining 142%, and very soon,
even before the second quarter,
exactly, and very soon, a GCB might, that if it's approved, might have a bonus share offer, and that's going to even liquidate that's going to liquidate their holdings and open up the market for more transactions into.
I am going off, but you touched on the city shortly. It didn't fall so much this week. Do we see some hope for the Ghana city?
Well, the Ghana city this week didn't come under so much pressure. I think most of the attention on the market was shifted to the bond issue that was being held. So from next week going, we should see more trading activities. And moreover, since it was oversubscribed and only 489 million was accepted, the rest would be given back to the investors who didn't have their bids, accepted within the range that the government set the bond to be accepted. So going forward, there might be some relative stability in the Ghana city during the next week. But then, if there is any significant supply on the market, we should see the city going down the following week.
All right, Yawedu Kranti is a research analyst with NDK. Thanks, for coming into the studios. You're still live on Midday Live. We're bringing you more stories shortly. Do stay with us. My name is Kweku Timin. I'm down with business. We'll be back shortly.